Hey guys, DJ Games here coming at you with another video, and in the background you're gonna be seeing some ancient gameplay. And I bet you guys are gonna be wondering, why the hell do I have Titanfall on my screen? Now that's a good question. Well, today's video is gonna be a little bit different than all my other ones. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more serious. Alright, like I used to when I had 0 subscribers. Even though now I only have 40. Oh wow, it's a little baby steps that count, right? So let's get on with it. This is some Titanfall gameplay, because today we are not going to be talking about Titanfall, which makes absolutely no sense at all. But wait, let me clue you in here before you start yelling at me in the comment sections down below. JK. Alright, so we have some Titanfall because we're going to be talking about Call of Duty. Again, that makes a lot of sense, right? And the reason I want to do this is because Titanfall is an example of a game that deserved to have, that deserved to be so much more successful than it actually was, but in turn got crushed by the hype and the name that Call of Duty is in this world. Because let's face it, the only reason Call of Duty is successful with the games that are most recent now is because of the Call of Duty brand. It's so popular that everyone who has a console just knows, oh, I have to get the Call of Duty game. And no one really knows why. They just know that they have to get the new Call of Duty game. And I, unfortunately to admit, am one of those people, and I probably always will be until the Call of Duty franchise kills itself and dies. And yeah, so that's pretty much the basic topic of this video. And I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit about it, about 10 minutes, maybe a little less. We'll see how it goes around here. I got a few stuff I got to talk about, and a few key points that I got to get through you guys' head, and alright, we'll see how it goes. So, Call of Duty cycle is really quite an interesting thing. You know, a game comes out, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't. Ghost! Call of Duty Ghost! Oh, coming down with something. I think some type of ghost is like inside me. I'm like getting possessed. Yeah, I'm getting possessed by a ghost. But anyway, yeah, so some games are bad and some games are good, and they all change every time. You know, Black Ops 2 was an example of one of my favorite Call of Duty games, mainly because of the simplicity. I wasn't around for Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 if there's any veterans around here, but I'm sure those games were even more simpler than Black Ops 2 was, and I would have loved them even more for it. But now with Advanced Warfare, you have all these boosts and all these stupid shit. And the really reason they did it was just to pretend that they innovate. Even though, look at Titanfall. These are the key creators of the Call of Duty franchise. They are the ones who created Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, the classic and best and well known for the quality of the Call of Duty franchise. This was when quality actually meant something in this franchise, where as of right now, Treyarch is the only ones with a little bit of sense in their head to try to make the game good for the fans. But the new Infinity Ward is just a bunch of tools who have no idea where they are or what they're doing. They don't even know what game they're making. They're just like, oh, we'll throw this shit here, we'll throw a bunch of gray textures there, and we'll call it a Call of Duty game. Woohoo! And yeah, that's pretty much how, I swear that's how Ghost went. They just sat in the office at Infinity Ward, and Tina baked some cupcakes. She's the community manager at Infinity Ward. She baked a bunch of cupcakes. She's like, we're done the game. It only took a month because we didn't do anything. And now we'll sell millions. Woohoo! And they actually did sell millions to a bunch of unfortunate and poor people who were not suspecting something like that to happen. And you know, it's really sad to see how a game like Titanfall could be crushed by, at the time, its competitor was the very little and shitty Call of Duty Ghosts. I mean, let's face it, the only reason Titanfall's failure, the only reason it had failure for was, I don't even know if that was correct grammar, the only reason its failure was happening or whatever was because of, well, I mean, it was only on the Xbox One, but even still, it still could have been way more successful than it was. But let's face it, the only reason was because there was another Call of Duty coming out pretty much around the same time. This came out in March, you know, Call of Duty came out in November. When you think about it, that's not that long, you know, 3 months, maybe 4 difference. There's not much of a difference there. And that was pretty much the only reason for Titanfall's failure. It was clouded by a bigger game that really wasn't bigger. In fact, the quality of it was just so little compared to Titanfall that it doesn't make sense. And even still, with Advanced Warfare, you see that come out mysteriously with all these quote-unquote new movement sets. Meanwhile, the game that just came out 2 years before Advanced Warfare had all that Advanced Warfare has and more. I mean, look at this. You can wall run. Who came up with wall running? I mean, have you ever seen a Call of Duty game with wall running? These are the people who created the Call of Duty franchise, people. These are the people who did that. And this is why this game deserves so much more than it did. And instead of being overshadowed by the crappy, just garbage, pure garbage that was Call of Duty Ghosts, the worst Call of Duty in history. And I know so many people would agree with me, because it's just stupid. It's retarded how there was no texture, there was no color. They pumped out micro DLC camos down your throat like a frickin' gasoline tank. There was a micro DLC, and the stupid unicorns and frickin' pink. Like, they're making it for 2-year-olds. I mean, that game was just stupid. How bad it was, and how it sold more than Titanfall did. I mean, sure, it was multi-platform, but still, even if Ghost was only on the Xbox One, if you figure out the rates and you calculate that, it still would have sold way more than Titanfall. And you know, it's not right. And I really want to give a heads up, like, you know, a tip to Respawn Entertainment for creating the mastermind that Titanfall is. I mean, I just realized this today. I just jumped on and another thing that Respawn did that Call of Duty will never do because they're so goddamn money hungry. Listen, I mean, get this. The map packs that came out for Modern Warfare, for Modern Warfare 2, sorry. Modern Warfare 2, like what, 6 years ago, they are still not free. You still have to pay for them. They're still, I don't know what, like $10, maybe $5, I don't know. The point is, they still need to be paid if you want to play a new map. Meanwhile, Titanfall, a year after, not even quite a year at the time this happened, a year after Titanfall, they gave all of the map packs for free to everyone. Anyone who played, not even if you played Titanfall, it's not even, I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.